What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Transcending the Culture. I am James, and I'm here with my two co-hosts, Cat Queen, and we got Tiffany. What's up, ladies? How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, cousin.
What's up, Tiff?
Hello, everybody.
I was going to say, don't be trying to come in with all that professional
Hey,
shit. what's
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 going?
happening? How y'all been doing over the last week?
You know I am. You know I got to be extra. I'm good now.
Can't complain. Can't complain.
Yeah,
I'm
I
very good now. I've been a little under the weather, not knowing what was really going on, but
yeah. No, I think it's cool. I'm glad that we are back this week. I'm actually on the road, so it was kind of it was planned, but it was unplanned, but it really was planned. So I'm actually still on the road. I'm in the hotel, so that's why I'm using this blurred out background. But it's really cool. Um, I went to see Lauren Hill, and it
How
just
was
was.
it? And was she on time?
I'm kind of back and forth. Um, I'm kind of back and forth, and I'm gonna just keep it all the way funky. Like and look, my look, he might be asleep. I was gonna say he might chime in and actually talk a little bit about it, but I think that I guess for what I really came out for, like I really got what I was looking for. Like I've been a fan of hers for a long time, obviously since the beginning. So that's 25, 30 years. And with everything that has gone on with Lauren Hill over the last 30 years, I just was in the mindset that if I'm gonna see her, which I really want to see her live, if I'm gonna see her and be able to see her with the Fugees, which everybody was there. Like I was just like, if I'm gonna see that, I gotta go now because it's just so much stuff going on. Pride's gonna go to prison or jail, and who knows what page she gonna be on.
Right, right, right,
Like
right.
she kind of seemed like she got it back together, but then in a lot of ways, she kind of don't. So I don't know, and everybody judges the situation, but I just think that so much has changed in the way that she performs her music, and what really gives her a rise out of performing and whatnot. And I would imagine that, and she's actually said it, but I would imagine that she doesn't want to, like, she hasn't had a lot of music out. She ain't really put nothing else out since the Miseducation aside from the live album. And the live album, while it did okay, it didn't do what people really expected it to do. So I just feel like it's not really like she's performing the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out. Anytime she go out and perform, it's the same stuff day in, day out because she don't really have no new music. Or if she has new music, she hasn't put it out. So in that respect, I can imagine she would want to change it up and not be doing the same thing over and over again. But I just think that when you're doing a tour that's promoting 25 years of this album, you probably want to perform it the way that people got it when they like. You probably want to perform it that way. And there were some songs that she did that sounded really close to how they did when she came out, like Everything Is Everything. And but then like a lot of other songs, she was kind of doing her thing. And I mean, if you've watched any of her performances on YouTube, then you know what I mean. Like she was doing her own thing and she speed them up. And I mean, obviously the message is still there because the lyrics don't change. So the message is still there, but it's all in the delivery too. And I'm sure she knows that, but people are still supporting. So she out touring. And I mean, don't get it twisted. It really like she's high energy. Like she did a really, really good show. But then when the Fugees came out, it turned around. And it was just like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. This the Lauren that we know, and this is what I'm looking for. And I know that like you go to a concert and you're looking to hear certain songs. So the songs that I really was looking for her to perform, she totally changed them up. So I was just like, okay. So I mean, it was a lot of times,
What
when I was
song
out.
was the best performance of the night for you?
Um, I honestly was, I honestly would say it was the Fuji's material because
Mm,
it looked like back in the day, like when she did "Killing Me Softly." and when they did Fuji La, and I mean, you could tell that despite whatever they have gone through over the years, the chemistry's still there, and you could tell that they love to perform with each other. So honestly, I think that was the highlight of the show. Like when she came out, the first thing that she performed was "Everything Is Everything," and that sounded pretty good. So like I was really vibing to that. But then as she started doing other songs,
That's a good opener.
like if you know the Miseducation of Lauren Hill, like the song "Final Hour," that's like that's like my favorite song from her and from that album. So like I was looking for her to do that song, and she changed it up so much that I was just like, okay, I can't really enjoy it. Like I went and watched her perform it on YouTube because it's a version on YouTube. It's like, okay, wow. But yeah, part bits and pieces of it I was really, really feeling. And then bits and pieces of it, I was like, I probably wouldn't have done it that way, or I would have changed it up. But I think all in all, I still got what I wanted out of it because I wanted to see her. I wanted to see her live. And it was a haul of a drive. Like I'm in Jersey, so like it's like 7.5 hour drive to come all the way down. And it's crazy because I was, when Beyonce was touring and she ain't come to Cleveland and she was in all these other places, I'm like, I'm not going nowhere else to see nobody. And here I am in Jersey to see Lauryn Hill. So
Lauryn Hill, we'll travel for our faves now. We sure will.
Yeah. And then it makes me think like I really should have just went on and traveled for Beyonce because I like going to Beyonce shows, but I just was being hard headed and I thought
myself. I wish I would have went to that. I'm like, such an experience. I'm so sad about that.
Yeah, but
next time.
It still was cool though. Like it's cool to travel. It's cool to be on the road. It definitely was cool to be at the concert. It was cool to be at the concert.
Were there any other artists that performed, or did she have?
They didn't have no openers, and that was the other thing. Was like driving down here. I kind of misestimated, like in terms of what time we left and how long it was going to take to get here and what time the show started. Like we was crazy late, but in true Lauryn Hill fashion, she didn't start. She was like 2 hours late. Look, she was 2 hours late starting, so we still got there before she did, or we still was see.
Oh, dang, man!
Because the ticket time was 7:30, and I think we was parked about 8:45, and then once we got in, it still hadn't started, so we grabbed food, and then it started, and it was like, oh, we right on time, but we was absolutely 2 hours late though. So, but so was you. So, and I was, the whole time on the way, I'm like, this would be the one time she gonna be on time, and it's gonna start on time, and we gonna have the show or whatever. But nope, we saw the whole show. So it didn't start till maybe close to 9:30. And it went until like maybe midnight, which which is a little different from show.
I wonder if they take out like special insurance or if they just book her for a certain time because you don't know what time she's gonna get there. I wonder about that with the venues.
I wonder about that too because of course a lot when a lot of people perform at these venues, they have to be shut down by a certain hour. So or
they'll be fined. I know Beyonce went over before and she just paid the fine because I think it was a weather situation. But I wonder if they just already know like this Lauren, we gonna tell her 7 and we just extend it, Sometimes you gotta do me like that because you gotta tell me, a couple hours ahead. Then
right. I'll be so yeah, but I mean, all in all, I'm still happy. I'm glad that I did get to come. It's a once in a lifetime experience, and I just think that, I mean, obviously I'm sure she'll still be doing shows and whatnot, but I question if the support is going to wane as she continues to do it and really switch it up and stuff like that. I don't know how that's going to necessarily fare over the coming years, but I did feel like I needed to move and actually, get out here to see her while tickets wasn't all that expensive and all of that. And, it was just a matter of driving. Now, she is going to be in Detroit. She is going to be in Detroit in a few weeks or whatever. And, that might have been a better show to go to and not have to drive so far necessarily. But I mean, all in all, I did have a good time though, so I'm glad that I came.
Yeah, Detroit's not that far.
Yeah. but it was cool. I got to go to New York a little bit today and kind of see some of that, see Times Square, and get caught up in all the traffic and all of that stuff. So it was cool.
That's always fun.
I guess,
I like to jump out and take the pictures with the characters. That's not really the characters, that'd be off-brand Mario.
Yeah.
All kind of stuff. Oh yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. So just kind of in the fashion of moving on a little bit, I know we are gonna have topics going on tonight. Obviously Suzanne Summers passed away, and I know that Tiffany is definitely gonna talk a little bit about that as we move forward. Primarily or specifically because she died of breast cancer, and of course Tiffany is a breast cancer survivor. So I know she's gonna have some stuff to say. And I mean, I watched her in obviously Three's Company, which I still watch a lot of today because it plays on Pluto. And Step by Step. Right. And yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Obviously, Will and Jada.
Yeah, you be waiting for you.
So yeah, Will and Jada have dominated the topics. Oh, you woke up? So yeah, Will and Jada have dominated the topics, for the past week. So we are going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get into the topics, I'm gonna actually go ahead and invite our guests in because they sitting here. They look so calm. I'm looking at Reese. Look at her. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and pull them in just to give a little bit of introduction. It's really, really cool to have these ladies on. CJ, I had the pleasure of meeting, I would say within the last year. I can't tell you exactly how long ago it was that I met her, but it was within the last year though. And when you look at the rise of comics, it's usually not like meteoric and fast. Like they usually spend like years and years and years and years, like really trying to hone their craft and really catch the eye of so many people. And not saying that she has not put in her work, because she really has put in her work. But this last year that I've been knowing her, like I've been able to really see like her blow up. And a lot of that is because of the other young lady that we have on the show today, Reese. Now, Reese is her manager, but also Reese is a media maven. We both work together with No Static Radio, and we do our shows, but we also hosted kind of a pilot show last summer called Buzzworthy, which actually did really good in the city of Cleveland. And she is a candle maker. So she'd be making all these candles, and she getting people's lives together, kind of like Iyamla style. But she got a lot of stuff going on though. So it's really, really cool to have both of them on.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Look, the really, really cool thing is that they both are going to be working together to put together a podcast on UG Digital Podcasting and Radio. So that's really exciting too. And there's just been so much stuff going on that they hadn't really had the moment to pull it together yet, but it is coming. So they'll be able to talk a little bit more about that. And then they're going to actually dive in on the topics with us too. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and invite them in now. What's up?
Hey. That grew like, let me in.
Right. So look, there is a little bit of a delay, and I think it's because of where I am and the Wi-Fi and all of that stuff. So bear with us. But we are really, really excited to have you ladies in with us tonight. I know we've been talking about it for a while, and of course we're going to be doing the podcast together. But welcome. Thank y'all for coming on.
Hey, thank y'all for having me.
So look, I really want us to start off, and I think everybody is going to chime in and ask questions that really come to their mind too. But I really want us to start off. First, I'll have both of you ladies introduce yourselves, but then once you do that, Reese, I really want you to start off with, talking about how the two of y'all connected, how y'all came together.
Okay.
So you go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, my name is CJ Starr. I started my comedy career in 2020 in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Moved back home in some shady circumstances, but it wasn't so shady because God had a bigger plan.
Right.
Universe connected me and Reese, and we've been hitting it, baby. That's just it. I'm just a single mother, just trying to show people that laughter is the healing to the soul. It really is, you know.
Mhm.
And we all could use that, you know. And so I just try to take everyday life, especially with me. I use myself as a big example to make people laugh and feel better about themselves. It ain't that bad.
Absolutely, absolutely. So go ahead, Reese.
So yeah, so you know, what up, y'all? I am Real Talk with Reese. I have a radio show called Real Talk with Reese. My business is Love Yourself Productions, and it's all about loving yourself. That's why it's titled Love Yourself Productions. Everything I do, how I move, anything I touch is all about helping someone feel better about their self within. And then they can also find their purpose. I'm not a life coach. I am a purpose coach because I feel like if you find your purpose, then you find your life. Um, and so I have a couple artists, but CJ is the comedian that I manage. She is a phenomenal, phenomenal comedian. And James know, because me and James have done many of things. Like, you know, we've done some really major, major things together. And he know I was busy. And I really was like, I'm not taking nothing on. Like I'm jam packed. I'm done. And I met CJ because she's attended a couple of shows that I did, and she invited me out to do media for one of her events, and that was some slick stuff. You know, she was doing like, you know, because I had heard through the grapevine that she might have wanted me to like manage her. So when I came to do some media work for her, it was just an immediate connection. We connected, and with that energy, I'm all about energy. Like I function strictly off of energy, and she was hilarious. First of all, I at this point in my career, I love helping people grow and do things. But to take someone on, I was like, you already got to be ready, like really already set in your career, and then I'll help you because that's a lot of work. And she was so funny. It was like, maybe I'll take this chance. And it's just a match made in heaven. We've just, you already said it, took over the city. And of course, that comes blowing up that fast. It's a lot because you get a lot of people like, who is she? Why is she doing? People love her, and then they like, wait a minute, I've been doing this for 50 years, and how is she taking over? So we're in that space right now. But it's a beautiful thing. If you have a chance to get to hear her comedy, it's phenomenal. She's hilarious.
I think one of the first of all, I'm glad you corrected that as far as you being a purpose coach, because that's important. It's important for people to know definitely the difference, but the fact that you are a purpose coach and you're helping people to find their life. I think it was meant for y'all to be together. A lot of you. I've had the opportunity to watch a lot of comics, just in terms of them, really building their journey and figuring out which way they want to go. And a lot of them are not as successful as I've seen CJ be over this last year. And I think a lot of that is attributed to the people that you have in your circle and the people that you have representing you and the people that you have, trying to push you through and pull you this way and, help you see the bigger picture and the bigger life. I think it was meant for y'all to be together, and stuff happens. And Reese know I say this all the time, that like stuff happens the way that it's supposed to. It was meant for y'all to come together, and like, even when we look at like outside work stuff and how stuff, might deteriorate or stuff goes away, and we don't necessarily see the bigger picture, but everything happens for a reason. And I think that everything that has happened, like with the two of y'all, was necessary. I would go out on a limb to say that she probably has not had anybody as strong as you pushing her and working for her. And then the background that you have and the network that you have, like it's only helping her. Like, talk about some of the things that you have been able to come into over this last year as a comedian. And I mean, I know one of the biggest things that you had on your plate, that I was like, when Reese first said it, I was like, wow. But I'll let you kind of open that door and talk about some of the stuff that you've been able to do over this last year and the people who you've come in contact with.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to get on Sam Silk stage, baby. Cause Sam Silk stage is like the Apollo of Cleveland, honey. And I
Ain't it?
was trying to not, girl, my baby hairs was dried up. And Sam wasn't looking at me. My lips was crusty like Pookie. He said, I don't know you, Otis. And I said, I promise I'm funny for real, man. And he said, I. Sam is a good business guy, though. He like, I. And so I said, okay, I'm going to have to come in the back door, wave in the fofo. And so Reese called me one day and she said, I got something to tell you, man. And I opened up for Dominique. Oh, my God.
And like, what was that experience like to be able to open up? And she's one of my favorite comics. So like anytime she come here, I'll be trying to go see her. Like when she was like I thought that she was dope on Tom Joyner and like all the stuff that she's done even before that. Like I think she's one of the dopest comics out there.
Yes, it was amazing. I was so nervous. And I just have to say I love the way Reese dressed me too, because I really dressed like a little boy. And so here I am in this beautiful outfit, and I feel like my armpits about to sweat, and Dominique hadn't gotten there yet. And so when I did my set and I went in the back room and she was there, she was standing up and she was like, "You going somewhere, kid?" Threw me back, honey. And I was trying to be cool. I ain't want to be all like a fan, you know what I mean? Because you got to be cool with it. But I was fanning out because I love the poppy poppy skit, okay?
But you know what? Sometimes it's cool sometimes it's cool to actually fan out so that they can see, so that they can see like, the effect that they have on people, like with the work that they're doing and the different stuff that they do. Like a lot of times that makes them feel good to know that somebody is really taking it in and that they feel this way about them. Like sometimes it's cool to fan out. It just, as long as you ain't being crazy with it and whatnot. But I think that's dope because, especially for somebody like Dominique, because she's done so much stuff in this game and a lot of people don't realize it. A lot of people don't necessarily realize it. And there's so many comedians out there that are really doing good and positive work. You got people like Yamanika, that a lot of people don't really talk about Yamanika, but she's doing a whole lot of stuff out there. But that's cool to be able to open up for Dominique like that. Now, what else have you had going on over this past summer?
Man, it's just been so much.
I think he's probably trying to hit. I mean, we know you did the improv, but I think he's already talking about Dave Chappelle and Donnell Rollins.
Okay.
And we spent 6 days down there. I feel like that's where you going.
It is.
I'm just so minded. I'm like, what are you talking about, Reese? Oh yeah. So about two.
Okay, media training.
Yeah. About 2 years ago, I was allowed to meet a woman that's really close with Donnell Rollins. And she was looking for talent so she could do a showcase, but then I ended up being on their eye. So I was able to be invited 2 years ago now to Chappelle's home, which was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I went with a Purist. I rented a Purist off Turo, honey. Okay, because I was making my way downtown. I was driving fast and moving slow, okay? And I was nervous as Heckleberry Finn, and my breast was sweating underneath. And when I got there, because I went to see Donnell live, and when afterwards, I was invited to the Shack. You don't just get invited to Chappelle's Shack. And I got invited to the Shack, but I didn't know that's where I was. And I went in and the lady said, I'm proud of you. Don't fan out, but just go back there and get a drink. And I look up, it's Marlon Wayne and Chappelle standing behind there drinking. And, and I'm just tripping like, and I'm trying to not to fan out. And I'm doing like this in my head, but then my armpits is wet. And so just to be able to say that I was able to meet some of those greats and then was offered to come back this year to Donnell's camp, and then we played softball together. So it's pictures of me and Reese playing softball and things like that. So just to be in that circle where people like that have heard of my name, they know who I am. It's a great blessing, and because of that, like I've met Linnell. here at the Improv, but I just met so many. Rodney Perry when I did the Improv, and Rodney Perry was like, I heard you already, CJ Star, through the Chappelle camp. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, so yeah, man, I've met a lot of great people, man, and I've just been asking God just to keep me humble, but that's just him showing me this is where you supposed to be amongst the stars, right?
Absolutely. I think you've had a fantastic journey, and really just looking back at the past, you really getting started and getting yourself out there, back all the way back in '96. I mean, 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago. I mean, that's damn near 30 years. So like you've been out here and you've been creating those footsteps and those footprints to really get out there, and just the people who you've come across who have either mentored you or really just encouraged you to go forward. Like it's beautiful to see what happens when you really put your best foot forward and you keep going despite all of the other stuff. Like this is your time. Kind of moving over to Reese a little bit. Like what's your ultimate goal? Like, you coming into this management piece, like there's so much, obviously that goes into it and so much work that you've had to put in, so much other stuff that will, continue to need to go on. Like, what is your ultimate goal with CJ?
Straight to the top. At this point, anything I touch is platinum. We straight to the top. Like right. Even, me and you have things going on, and I just feel like right now in this world, this is for everybody. This is for anyone doing anything. This is the time right now. If you really truly believe in your soul and you put the effort in, you cannot lose. It's so many opportunities. It's really, we create our own journey. It's really about where you're going and where you feel, but her talent, and then me working with her, I think I'm a cool manager. I think I'm all right.
I think you good, girl. You keep these titties high and lift it up, baby.
But it's just straight to the top. It's something that God put together. It's not even like you said before, it was ordained. It's bigger than us, I feel like. And I think the biggest thing is that we have similar beliefs as far as my whole goal is I like to drive good, live good, eat good. I want to wake up on the beach every day with some 6-packs fanning me with a fan. Like I want to get there, right? But I also want to feed the homeless. I also want to build schools, and I also want to have places for people that did not have opportunities to get opportunities. Like my goal in life is to make sure everybody can find a way to love themselves and believe in themselves and have opportunities. So I'm big on giving back, real big on giving back. And the only way that I'm gonna be able to give back is to keep rising to the top and, and get this money.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was your first managing experience, wasn't it?
No, actually, I managed a guy here, Sean, and probably like 7 years ago.
Okay.
And he's a rapper. He's a local rapper. He was really talented, but he kind of did the same thing CJ did, except I was more grounded and can do it now. He was like, you're like, I think you should be my manager. I was helping him on some stuff. He saw me out filming a comedian that I managed, the first comedian that I managed years ago, Olivia. I don't know if you met Olivia. She's in Columbus. And he saw us filming down at the lake, and he was like, we acting like we something big. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay. We got the phone out. We asking questions. She funny. We being silly. So he was like, he walked over like, what y'all doing? I was like, I'm her manager. And and he was like, asked for my card. I ended up managing him for a minute, and I quit quick because it's a lot to manage somebody. And I was going through a lot
that goes into it. It's so much.
I was going through a divorce at the time after 27 years. So I didn't know what the heck. you know, I didn't have the time. And I told him that, like, he was super dope, super talented. I said, you need somebody that can give you the time. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? He taught me how to do what I'm doing now. Like, I got him in the studios. We traveled to Cincinnati, got him on the radio down there. We did some things that I didn't even know I could do. It showed me that, because I'm a networking genius. Like, that's the thing. Like, I tell my kids and I tell youth when I go out and talk to them, if you got game, that's really what the world is about. It's communication, connecting with people. That's it. Anybody can succeed if you can connect with people from a genuine place. That's what I think people don't understand. Like, people can feel your soul, and if you're really serious about it, it's connecting. So I was able to do it, but I couldn't do it. He young too, so he was like 22. So it was also like, I'm in the clubs. I was like, oh no, Lord help me, I can't. But that was my first thing. Then I took a break, and then, you know, Joey, I worked with Joey. Joey did my first comedy tour. You know, Joey Zaza. So I had him and D Hawk. I actually wrote D Hawk's book.
Oh, okay.
So you know who D Hawk is, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I had wrote D Hawk's book. And then I did that for a little while, and then I just said, this management thing, you got somebody's hands in their career in your hands. Like, this is their life. So you can't play like that. So I took a step back from it, and then CJ, So.
And I think that's the beauty.
That's pretty much it. But it's fun. Like, it's if you had a time, you know, I'm retired, so that's why I'm at the.
Yeah, but when I look at you and CJ and just the union that you two have, like, I think that is a big key piece of it too. Like, you get it, because it's just like you said, like, you have somebody's life in your hands. So, you know, you're moving in a way that you know that, you know, everything is going to be good for that person, and you're trying to make sure that everything, you know, comes out right, because you don't want to mess nothing up. I think it's amazing.
Right, but shout out to you, James. Now, let me tell you. Shout out to you, James, because you're part of the team. Like, that's what it is. It's about connecting. You as my publicist and helping me, you know, with my artists is awesome. You know, with CJ,
and you know what?
I
appreciate you saying that. And I get everything that you're saying, just in terms of like how you move with CJ. Like, it all makes sense, because like, you got to be able to balance all of these things. Like, when you're managing her career, and then you managing your own career too, you know, that, you know, whether it's about candles, or whether it's somebody their purpose and helping them understand life, and, you know, the things that they're trying to work on and trying to accomplish. Like, there's a whole lot that you're doing, and a whole lot that goes into that. So like, I love everything that you're doing too. But thank you for the kudos. Thank you for the shout out. But I think you really deserve it too, because I've been able to watch you. Like, when I first met you coming into the radio station, it was like, okay, what kind of stuff is she going to have going on? But you blossomed in so many different ways. And, you know, your whole company is growing. Like, I think it's beautiful. I think the two of you belong together. Like, I couldn't see her with anybody else. And it's important who you have, like, as a manager or as a publicist, or like the person that's going to be representing you. Like, all of that matters. And I think a lot of times when you see people who aren't necessarily succeeding, or they're not getting to the levels that they want, is because they had the wrong people in their corner. So like, all of the stuff that CJ has had going on, you know, between opening for Dominique and doing stuff for Sam Silk and opening for Dave Chappelle
and going to Vegas.
Yeah, going to Vegas.
Behind that too.
All of that is because she got you on her team. So like, kudos to you too. Like, big kudos to you, because like, I don't think that either one of you could do it to the levels that you're doing it without each other. I mean, obviously, both of y'all are savvy enough that y'all can make some stuff happen. But I think that the levels that you're really getting to is because y'all got each other and y'all are really working together. And I've been able to watch Joey and his career, and, you know, the stuff that he's had going on, and all of the positive things, all of the success that he's had. And a lot of that goes back to you, Reese. So like, kudos to you. Congratulations on everything that you have been doing as well.
So sweet. So sweet. You know, I was sad this week. This is the first, you brought me out my shell this week, because, you know, I've had a hard week, you know, with, you know, Jack and everything.
Yeah. like that was
This is
crazy.
my first. You brought me out like today. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up out that bed because I have literally been the saddest I've been in a long time.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that rocked a lot of people. It rocked a lot of people.
The whole
Um,
city.
the whole city, like you was able to really see the impact that he has. Because like people was really coming together, and I mean I seen messages coming from every which way, like about that incident and about what happened, and more so just people wanting to find ways to support him and to support the family. And I mean they came out in a way that made him get on social media and say like, listen, thank you. Thank you for everything that y'all doing. I see the letters and I see the calls and I see like that made him get out there because the magnitude of that, ain't nobody trying to be on no social media or nothing. Like somebody gonna ball up in the corner. Like ain't nobody trying to be on social media. Like the fact that y'all have kept him going and kept him moving in a way that he couldn't do nothing but respond. Like I think that was really a beautiful thing. And I know what your relationship is with him. Like he's got a strong relationship with so many people. So whether it's you, whether it's Stacy, whether it's Marie, like everybody, like I was able to see a whole lot of stuff. And while I didn't necessarily know both of them, the one DJ when we did for Sam Silk, didn't he?
Yeah, he did our thing for Sam Silk. Like those were my sons. They like, yeah.
So yeah, I know that was a lot, but kudos to you too, and so many other people just for being there for him. Like I think that showed a lot, but the city really came together and came out for him. So like I thought that was dope.
That meant a lot. That helped a lot.
They was doing like that was really amazing. Like you don't see that a lot. You really don't see it a lot. So they really did come out for him.
Oh yeah. So we supposed to be talking about Jada tonight.
Listen, we're gonna go into that right now because I want to get my ladies active on here, and I know they got some stuff to. Well, listen. If I know Kat got something to say about this Will and Jada, and then I know Tiffany, she gonna talk about Suzanne Summers, but and she probably play too. But so listen, I'm gonna let we all know what's been going on with Will and Jada, and I mean it's so much stuff that's happened obviously over the years, and I just think like this whole situation now, like it's just absolutely a mess. I'm sick of hearing all of the stuff that's going on about her and Tupac, and like I just think it's a slap in the face. It's a slap in his face. Like, I mean, if we be honest, I think that she basically making him her bitch. It's just a lot of it is unnecessary. But I want to hear what everybody else got to say, and we're gonna start with Kat.
Yeah, well, allegedly, her timeline of events is being questioned because she's saying that Tupac proposed to her while he was in Rikers, but he was only in Rikers for a month. So she's saying she went to go see him and he proposed to her. But in Will Smith's book, the same timeline that she's talking about is when they first got together. So who were you? It's looking a little, I don't know if she's lying or if it's the timeline off, but it seemed like she making stuff more than what it was, or adding a little sprinkle, a little something to it, a little razzle dazzle, sell that book. And it's come that all the kids are saying they're uncomfortable with it. Yeah, a little razzle dazzle, but the kids are uncomfortable with it. They feel bad for their dad, and I think it's just disrespectful at this point. Every day is something else. It's something else. It's just like, what else can you do to this man? Like, dang, like I was kind of just sipping the tea, but now I'm like, okay, enough, Jada. Hey.
It's funny you mentioned the kids because that was kind of, I think that has been one of my questions like for the past week, like. Where are the kids in this, and what do the kids have to say, or like how do they feel about all of the stuff that's being said and the stuff that's going on now? And I don't think that she's giving the kids, and she's not giving anybody any thought. Like we ain't gonna just talk about the kids. She don't care about him. So
no,
like, she ain't really giving nobody any thought, you know, when she's putting all this stuff out there, and it's just too much. Like, it's just way too much.
And the craziest thing is they're saying that they're trying to get it together, trying to get back together and make it work. Like, how you gonna make it work when you just add all this fuel to the fire, girl? I wouldn't want to be your man. You talking about me like that, man. We'll then went in the high.
Well, the other thing too is, the other thing too is, has he even really spoken? Like, they showed the video of him on a yacht or on a boat or something, and like just sitting there looking. But has he even said anything or made any comment?
He just said that that what she wrote in her book opened his eyes to the relationship, whatever that means. So,
okay,
that's all he said.
Tiffany, what's your thought?
I just think the whole thing is just utterly ridiculous to me. The fact what behooves me about the whole thing is the fact that they have been split up all these years, and the day of the
Tiffany, put that blunt down. I'm smoking on over there.
Goes on stage and just smack the mess out of Chris Rock. And him not. What's the matter?
Tiffany, I think we losing you, Tiffany.
Somebody said pass that.
Can you hear me?
That was probably me.
We can't now. I think we losing you, Tiffany.
We messed up.
Yeah, we lost you a little bit, cuz.
Okay,
I'm gonna let
Tiffany behoove.
Let Tiffany work with that a little bit. Reese, what you got for us?
I can see you guys. Can you see me?
Oh wait, there she go. There she go.
We see you. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me, Reese?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I have.
Yeah, and I was saying Paige isn't responding. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Reese.
I can see.
I'm gonna say I probably have a whole different view than everybody else, and it's just look. I'll be real talk with Reese. Okay, so this is my thing. I'm gonna say this, y'all, and I don't know all the details. I haven't heard all the interviews and all this. I'm just going. I follow Will. Will did like this thing with he studied with Jay Shetty, who's a monk, right? And he did this whole meditation for a whole year. I really love Jay Shetty. I love that. So by me, like when I was doing some meditation and stuff, I watched that, and he talked really openly about his relationship. And he basically said that when they got together, let's just keep it 100, y'all. When Will was married, allegedly, all this is alleged, I'm saying. Let me say that first. When he first got married, y'all remember he was with his first wife was beautiful. Y'all remember how quickly they got divorced? They was divorced quickly. They didn't talk about it. There was a reason, they say, for that divorce, right? Because he had some other things going on in his sensuality, like he might have went the other way a little bit. And so that allegedly, right? So, which is no big deal. Nobody really talked about it. They got divorced quick because she didn't really care for that. He got with Jada. Jada, he said when he got with her, they had two different lifestyles, but he was in love with her. She loved him. I feel like this always was something that they put together and was like, here, we gonna be best friends. We gonna have some open type of thing. He said that Jada, the way Jada was raised, she's open, she's a free spirit, and he didn't really like that the way they raised their kids. He said he was more like a Baptist, like you have the rules and values, and you gotta, get whoopings. And he was like, she didn't let the kids get whoopings, and they was allowed to be like free. She is a person that just goes along with life. Like that's the way she was raised, right?
Oh,
Even he said it was hard for them to even get married because they couldn't really find out her religion was different. She's just a free spirit. She didn't really want to, like, the whole reason why I'm saying that is, first of all, she been who she is. This is what trips me out about everybody going in on Jada. Jada ain't never changed. Jada always been the more aggressive one, and Will like it. Everybody is acting like he getting dogged. Will know what he was doing when he got with her. Y'all see them pictures where his legs crossed and hers wide open. That's real. That's a symbolism of what he wanted. He probably wanted a dominant woman. She ain't never hid shit. Like she ain't never hid that she was messing with Tupac and she got that little edge to her and that she free to do whatever. Will stuff just ain't been talked about. Y'all think Will sitting at home waiting on Jada? Absolutely not. He got his girls too. They swept it when he did that movie where there was the what was her name? And they was like he had to go to counseling or something.
He was with Margot Robbie.
And they said he was messing with her.
They said he messed with Eva Mendes, Margot Robbie.
Yes, like they just don't talk about it. They have a relationship. He knew what he had with Jada. Everybody getting mad because she keeping it real. It does sound wrong, but this is my problem, I think, from a woman's perspective. Men have been manipulative, mistreating. We got Steve Harvey on his third wife. A wife's son came out saying allegedly how he did this. We see these men do women and we don't say nothing. They go to the next wife. We be like, oh, that was pretty trash. She just got married in. Ain't nobody going out dogging them. Jada is a woman. She keeping it 100. I do what I want to do. And Will don't have a problem with this man. Got money. He is intelligent. He didn't get any woman he want. He could have been left Jada. I don't know about I'm sure that a lot of this stuff is coming out to sell the book. But I don't understand why everybody dogging her so bad. Like she mistreating Will. Will a grown man. He could have been out this marriage a long time ago. He got a whole lot of money. He could have did whatever he wanted to do. It's not right, but I think this is what they've been in this the whole time. Look at their kids. They free as I don't know what, right? They get to
right.
Remember, the little girl was like 13. She was allowed to have a boy sleep in her bed. Will was there. Why Will ain't stop that? Nobody, like Jada didn't just wait. This is something they did together. We're bashing Jada like she horrible, but men is treating women like this basketball player dog, this one, and we ain't going crazy. Jada out here pimping, like, you know what I'm saying? And maybe because me and her the same side, and I got pimping in my blood too. I understand. Like my thing is, like I'm just saying, I ain't no disrespect. I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but I think that everybody is not paying attention that this is a grown man, and maybe this is what he wants. Like he not just letting her disrespect him. They've been living this life. This what he wants. He get to do what he want to do too. It's just not being shown.
And that's much. People say you can't judge nobody's marriage.
I just think she getting a bad rep. Everybody dogging her.
You don't know what's going on in somebody's
all
marriage.
The time. What they do all the time. But we going in on Jada like she is the worst. I think it's messed up. But also she just telling her truth, and Will been living in it and he don't care. He ain't care.
But I think when you share that perspective.
Yeah, I think that's why he's so quiet.
Yeah, because that would actually make more sense then as to why he ain't saying nothing and he more quiet. And
just because I watched him do that when he was studying the monk thing for a long time, he was so open. Y'all have to watch it. He tells
I remember when he was doing that with Jay.
He tells it like she's a free spirit. He let her be her. He said he's learned kind of take on some of that, and that wasn't really what it was. But we got to remember. If you do your real research, that first marriage ended quickly for a reason from some lifestyle choices, possibly, allegedly. And so Jada was cool with it. Like, you do you, I'm do me. Let's do each other. I feel like it's more of a friendship. And it's looking bad on her because she's speaking out.
Right.
And she's living it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And because nobody's going to take all of that.
I think it's the gender roles, you know?
Yeah. And I think some men like that.
Mm-hmm. I think that the women are always expected to take more.
Yeah. everybody's making the assumption that things
I was just agreeing with Reed on that one, because it's okay. It's like, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. You know, it's just the rules. You know, we a lot of times in those marriages, they expect the man to be the dirty dog and the woman to be this little Virgin Mary. But you know, things aren't like that. And I love women that shake the table. I love a good Jada. I love a good Lori Harvey. You know, don't let these people walk all over you. We need some people that's on their own. You know,
we got some feedback. Is somebody on the cell phone or something too?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to stop the cell phone. You got to stop one of them. Either you got to go in the other room with the cell phone, or either come back on the computer, because when the two of them are together, we get that feedback. Yeah, try moving into. If you're gonna do it on the cell phone, try moving into.
I'm on the cell phone. I just closed my computer.
Okay. Oh, cool. So the feedback is gone. So okay, but yeah, I know.
I wanted to say. I wanted to say something about what Will Reese has said about Will's first marriage. You know, they said Tisha Campbell said allegedly that him and Dwayne Martin had some kind of dynamic going on that ended their marriage. So that had me thinking, you know, what's really going on, because they were in business. They had that show All of Us Together, and everything was good, and everything just abruptly, all the marriage, friendships, everything. So it was always some hearsay about his sexuality. But if you with somebody that's with that, I feel like Jada was with it. They, you know, living their own lives. They dibbling and dabbling. Will stuff didn't come out. That's the only thing. Will stuff was on the hush hush. It's only a problem because Jada stuff, you know, she was in that entanglement, you know. But yeah, it's not fair that, you know, we got the Futures and we got all these dirty dogs. But when Jada do it, you know, it's wrong. Which her husband ain't. She's still married. So who are we to be judging?
But think about why
they love it, actually.
Think about what you just said was right. I'm so glad you brought that part up, because that's what I'm talking about. The reason why, unfortunately, that he can't be shown in that light of what he's doing is because he doesn't want to talk about, I feel, his other side of him. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to keep that part closed, so he can't keep it real. You see what I'm saying? He can't. But she accepting that. Like, what y'all, if he out there doing that and she cool with accepting it, she, you know, she doing her. I think personally, that's just my view on it. I just think it's horrible that the men that are bashing her, I think that upsets me. Like, what's his name? Corey Holcomb. He called her so many nasty names, bitches. Like I mean, these are men going in on Jada. Are y'all kidding me? Like, y'all going in on her like she is the scum of the earth, and y'all been doing dirt for how many? Like, that's the problem I have. The men are degrading her, and that's wrong altogether to me. Like, I just can't take it.
I'm just trying to figure out what is Chris Rock saying about all this, because hey, listen here, because from what I heard, that he knew that they were split up or whatnot. This man literally got on stage and smacked the mess out of him, and Jada said on one of her interviews that he was trying to tell her, like, hey, I didn't mean no harm when I was talking about your hair. You know what I'm saying? Jada didn't even know when Will Smith got up there on that stage and said, keep my wife's name out your mouth. Jada was looking a little confused, like, well, from my understanding, we're not even got the title going on. That's not even coming out of our mouth. Then she actually thought that it was a skit being done as well as everybody else, until he said that, and then she knew it was serious. Like, come on, because Chris Rock wanted to go out on a date with her, and she said no. What?
But it's just so weird that they're saying that they weren't calling each other husband and wife, because I was looking at their pages the day of the after slapping. They was matching. They were taking pictures, putting up on the ground. Look at my wife. Look how she's dressed. She's so elegant. So how was you not calling her your wife? That's why I feel like Jada. I know it's some truth to what she's saying, but I just feel like some of it is a little, you know, I told you, a little sprinkle, little seasoning on it for the sensation.
It's a little tinker dust going on over here. I don't know. The whole, let me tell you what, I'm actually sick of hearing it because the whole relationship is just stupid. It is just, and I'm keeping it one, it's just really corny. It is really corny. Because like I said, it got to be some financial issues going on. Why they just won't say, hey, let's just get a whole divorce and just forget about it. You know, because I know it can't be that good for them to just continue to be together.
But it's, you know what, it's about a lot more than love. So, you know, the love ain't what's keeping them there. It's about a lot more than that.
So they're saying that Will cheated too. Now I don't know how true that is, but I heard that yesterday.
Yes.
I mean, anybody want,
you can't cheat if y'all both open.
Period.
Yeah, I would be a fool
they're
to
supposed
think,
to be open. So
yeah, I think I would be a fool to think that he was innocent and he ain't did nothing like that whole time. So I just think that, I appreciate the
right.
I appreciate what, you know, the comments that Reese added, because now really breaking all of that down and really just looking at the real for the whole time of the marriage and how they came into it, it just makes more sense. It makes more sense. And I mean, to be honest, I don't see them splitting apart or separating or nothing like that. I mean, I see it continuing, because I mean, she said in the very beginning, like, we ain't doing no divorce and all they ain't going nowhere. So they gonna be here. I just think that, like, for everything that's going on now, like, if this is the case and okay, y'all been living separate lives since 2016 or whatever, then why did this stuff not come out like long ago? Like, why is it coming out now? And why are you talking about, well, why would he be calling me his wife or that sort of thing? And y'all still been rolling like y'all was married, whether y'all been living apart or not, rolling together like y'all was married. And just like you said, like y'all said, wearing the same shit and going to the shows together and holding hands and kissing and hugging and with the family and all of that stuff. So, like, I mean, why keep all of that going?
I think they still have, they like best buddies. I feel like they're best friends. They still kick it. Like, they still gon', you know what I'm saying, be each other's number one. They just do whatever they want to do. I think that's kind of, I don't know why they just don't divorce.
But whatever the real is, I just think whether that's your man or that's your girl or whether that's your best buddy or whatever, like, you don't put your people out there you don't put your people out there in the streets like that. And regardless of what you know it to be, like, the world looking at him like he a bitch right now.
Man, listen here, and this is what that's the craziest thing. How is it that if you guys, like you say, if you guys it's like best friends, y'all going to all these awards, dressed alike, color and all this other stuff. How is it after everything that came out, you just out here just putting him down like, oh well, this I got a book out, it's in the book and all this. I mean, like, literally for a whole week straight, you just going in on it. I haven't heard anything from Will. I want to know what his thoughts is.
But then, like,
Will don't give a gosh darn. That's what I think. And I think
the whole,
I think they put he read that book before it came out, and it's for money.
Well, he got another movie coming out.
You talking about Bad Boys? Or?
No. Oh God, it's something part 2. I'll figure it out. But yeah, he like you said, he ain't worried about that because he rolling in the dough right now.
Well, I just would like to see the spin that they put
you know, the Red Table Talk show that they had got canceled. Yeah, and now the Red Table Talk show is back. So, it's like, was it about the Red Table? You know, the Red Table Talk was a lot of
what they doing, y'all.
Yeah, you right.
I don't know. We gonna see, but I appreciate the perspective that you put on it, Reese, because I remember him doing the stuff with Jay Shetty. I just didn't watch the whole year of it that he did, because wasn't that like when he jumped out the plane and all that stuff too? Or
yeah.
I mean, I remember he was doing all like the documentary stuff, and I do remember all of that. I just didn't watch the whole year of it, so I didn't catch all of the stuff about like when they came together and, you know, what the terms of the relationship was or how they, you know, I didn't catch all of that stuff in the very beginning. But I mean, I do think that I still think that it's a shady aspect to all of it, but that definitely kind of opens my mind just in terms of, well, why is it this way, or why you ain't heard nothing from him, or
right.
that sort of thing. But hey, what can we say?
His next
So
movie.
CJ Star, would you ever be in a relationship like that, CJ Star? Would you be in a whatever they got going on? What's your
so
take
glad
on that?
you asked.
I want to hear the comedic take on it.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm so glad you asked because I am a fruit bowl connoisseur. I like bananas and I like peaches, baby. I am the B in the alphabet. I am bisexual, bipolar, and I get paid bi-weekly. So this is all
bisexuals rise up.
Yeah, this is a ritual. This is a ritual of sorts, and they are making money off of this. They know what they doing, baby. They are an open relationship, and they both pansexual, baby. Okay.
Okay, CJ.
That's what I think about it, baby.
Yeah, no, really.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
Bi-weekly. I get paid bi-weekly, baby. I'm just bi.
Okay.
The thing about bisexual people is bisexual people don't necessarily go for the relationship norms that heteros might have. So we're judging them by a hetero marriage.
Thank you.
When both, their sexual orientations are, we don't really know. Jada has touched on it, but we don't know about Will. So we're judging them through straight lenses, and we need our
right. Come on, baby. That's it. That's it.
So we need something.
Y'all looking at it right.
Right.
Will Ben Gates is on Nightmare on My Street. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just a comedian and we say crazy stuff. I'm bisexual, so I don't know if he's gay or not.
I cannot.
All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all chiming in on this topic. I thought it was really cool. I want to get some final words from Reese and from CJ Star before we start to close out. What can we look for next from you, CJ Star?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Reese, myself, and Dennis Cash, we have a production project going on right now where we're taking up and coming comics and putting them on 3 different platforms. What is it? It's Sheen TV, Amazon Prime, and Tubi.
Okay.
And the series is called You See Me Comedy. And so we are working on that. We have already filmed 3 episodes. And I have a nonprofit organization called Roos Haven for Hope. So I've just become the nonprofit of comedy too. I'll put anybody on a stage. It's not up to me to say you talented. It's up to the people to think you funny. So just look out for, me and Reach just taking over the world, man, so we can build these shelters and get some of these babies off the sidewalk sleeping.
Absolutely.
I think that's really, really, really
absolutely.
Yeah.
And Miss Reese, what's coming up for you?
Besides what CJ just said, I am working diligently to put my can in stores all over the world. I have the most amazing smelling candles. My candles make you feel good. All natural soy, energy candles. So I'm really diving into that. I have candle making kit coming out in January. So I'm really going to be really focused on that. We got shows all over. Me and you got the podcast coming up.
Absolutely.
On your network, James. I'm really excited about being on your network. And I'm really counting on, James just blowing me up on all these magazines all over the world and getting me together. I just thought I'd throw that in there. But yeah, no, I'm just, you know what? This is my last word is that it's so much going on in the world, and I feel like we need to put some more positivity out. Like, we cannot let this negative stuff that's happening in this world win. So all I really want to do is to find a way to put more positivity out. We gotta laugh more. We need to pray more, and everybody needs to just try to be kind to each other. So much mental health, y'all. It's so important. I did not want to leave here without saying that. Mental health is so real. We got to check on people that's going through something. Just say something nice, kind. Stop by, drop out. You see the late your neighbor ain't doing too good. Drop off some groceries here and there. Like I feel like we got to get back to helping each other, y'all, because there's a lot going on. So I just say put more love out here in this world and forgive people and just move on. Like be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, listen,
work a little bit.
Well, listen, I appreciate both of y'all coming on. I know that all three of us really, really appreciate both of y'all coming on to the show.
Thank you.
Everybody definitely can catch CJ Star out here. You doing some of the most amazing shows. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you out here performing. Do you how often do you get a chance to perform, or do you get a chance to perform at Silks?
Yes, I've performed at Silks. It's 3 times already.
Okay.
Reese, I think, or twice already.
Yeah, James, I'm gonna send you a list of the shows that are coming up. We got some big shows next. Okay. I think she booked for like 5 shows next week. So I'm gonna send you those.
Wow.
Okay, so I'll make sure at one of your upcoming shows.
And I almost forgot. I'm in my first movie premiere. That's gonna be this Saturday in Heron Ave. All right. I'm excited about that red carpet, man. So I'm sorry. I just want to put that plug in.
No, that's cool. You got to get that plug in. I think that's exciting. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Reese. Everybody can catch Reese every Saturday at 1 p.m. on No Static Radio with Real Talk with Reese. Any other final words, Reese, before we close out of here?
I just wanted to say I really enjoy your show, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I'm definitely going to be sharing this with people. I like y'all. I like your energy.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, keep up the great work, man. James, you're super awesome.
I think we all appreciate it. You know that both of y'all are welcome to come on, pop in whenever you want to. Like, we really love having y'all here. I think it's cool. So, like, definitely come back and do it some more. I appreciate it. And then, we're looking forward to the Comedy Mafia, coming up real soon. And then we'll do some more buzzworthy stuff as well. And I think that's it. But thank y'all, ladies.
Peace and love, everybody. Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, ladies. So I think we got one more thing to talk about. Suzanne Summers. Tiffany, I'm gonna let you start this off.
Okay, well, for the ones out here in TV land, like our era, back in the 1970s, 77, people know about Suzanne Summers, who used to act on Three's Company with John Ripper and Janet DeWine, I think. Janet DeWitt.
Yeah, Janet and what's his name? John Ritter.
Yeah, John Ritter. And John Ritter was Jack, and Janet DeWitt was Janice. Was it? Yeah, Janet. And she was the dumb blonde on there that was this dingy. I'm talking about but got a lot of men.
She was dingy, but cute. She was real cute.
Yeah, she was very cute. I mean, was wearing them little hairstyles too. And then you had, Mr. Fur. It's sad that I know all the characters, because I kid you not, today I get on here and I would just watch reruns after reruns of them. I'm an old soul, so I'll sit up here and watch them, watch the Brady Bunch, watch, All in the Family, all of them. So then you had Mr. Furley as Don Knotts with his crazy self. So then she played on another comedy show that came out in the 80s, I believe 80s/90s, called Step by Step. She played the mother of Day by Day.
I love that sitcom. The theme songs be fire. That's one thing about Suzanne Summers. Her show, the song gonna be fire. I don't know who was on the record, but I miss them songs. We don't have songs like that these days. But
Yeah, she come and knock on my door. So anyway, she played the mother of 5 children, married to a husband, I believe, who had like 4 other children. Anyway, they came to this one big family, and anyway, she was born um October 16th, 1946 in Cali, and then she passed away a day before her birthday on the 15th in California. Um, she died of breast cancer. So she's been battling this breast cancer for like 2 decades now, for off and on 20 years, from what her daughter says. She died at the age of 76 years old. On top of having precancerous cells of cervical cancer. Um, so cervical cancer and what is it called, James? Melanoma,
Yeah.
skin, melanoma of the skin. So I did not really know that, like, all these years, and that's probably why she stopped acting in the first place. That was her last show. Um, but with that being said, you can check all day long for tumors and everything else, because I have known people who was a 3-time breast cancer survivor, and I can sit here and talk to you blue in the face about cancer and how you're supposed to do your go get your scans and all that other stuff. But God has the last say. She died at 76, which I thought was wonderful. And she died in her sleep. She died in her own home. She died surrounding her family and friends. So that's why I'd be like, you got a voice, you got to use it. I have a friend who actually was having issues with her doctor. Her doctor wouldn't approve her MRI or her CAT scan for her breast. Guess what? She called me and I said, no, you don't. You called them back. Guess what? They approved it. I said, see what I'm saying? See? So, yeah, I hate that, because that was the girl. She was just too dang on funny for me. She was hilarious. So, yeah, keep her family,
So,
in prayers
Tiffany,
over there.
what advice would you give young girls that are dealing with that? If
To
you
keep
what
just
advice would you give like young
doing.
girls dealing with their doctors not wanting to test for things or getting clearance and things like that?
Um, the only advice I can really tell them is that if you don't think something is right, keep on them. That's why you kind of need a second. You need that second voice. I don't care what you say. I had somebody tell me, you don't need nobody to go to the doctor with you. If you don't like what they're saying, you can write a stage left. Guess what, dude? You don't even know. You don't. And these young girls out here that have, if you're young, and I'm talking about between the ages 20 and 30, and you have a history of breast cancer, you tell your doctor ASAP that, hey, I got a history of breast cancer. They can put that in your note. And if you feel something and you tell the doctor and the doctor ignores it and say, well, they're not going to prove it, then you go to another doctor. You just go to another doctor. You go to another doctor. But you always have a second voice. You have your mom. You have your dad. A man can go with you. A man can go with you. Don't be scared.
Yeah, community very important. And what we always say, family is important. So
Family
loop in
is
your family,
important.
loop in your best friend. Let somebody know. Let you know.
Family is definitely important, because as of right now, it runs in my family. Cancer itself runs in my immediate family. It does. So, as far as breast cancer go, yeah, some of the Hodges crew have had it. You guys, men can get cancer too. They can get breast cancer too. And I'm trying to start my own business with
Yeah.
breast cancer. So it's the breast cervical ovarian, BCO. That's what I'm naming, BCO, breast cervical ovarian support group. And I'm really trying to get that, and that is my goal, and that will be my goal with the work of the Lord. I am. So that's all I can
I
say.
think that's a really good thing for you, Tiffany. You know, I dealt with some issues myself, not as severe, but you know, I have had to get surgeries around, you know, ovarian issues, cervical issues, and ladies, take those things serious. Be proactive. You know, I had to get a surgery that they were saying, you know, let's put it off and wait and see and look. Don't ever wait and see. Get that stuff taken care of as soon as you feel something wrong or you see anything wrong, because we want y'all here, you know, watching us for more years to come. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's bad out here.
Yeah, I think, you know, my biggest thing is you know, just extending condolences to the family and that sort of thing. You know, obviously, it's a lot, and she dealt with it for more than 20 years, so it was like, you know, off and on. And I don't think that they were really expecting her passing like in that time. So, you know, just you know, keeping family in mind and that sort of
her
thing.
fans miss her. She would definitely be missed.
Yeah, I think it's a good lesson you know, to women out there, just to make sure that you're going and getting your scans and your mammograms and you know, just making sure you take care of yourself and see your doctor. And she's done so much stuff. So even outside of the acting world, like she did a lot of stuff with, you know, on the health side, and what was it, the Thigh Master, and
different
stuff. And she did some spot appearances on different shows. I mean, I know she was on Living Single, you know, for an episode, and she's done other episodes and popped in on different shows and whatnot. And actually she was in the remember in the Nutty Professor where they had the Richard Simmons kind of looking like, or they had Richard Simmons in there. He was like a part of like that video thing or that scene of it or whatever. So yeah, and yeah, the Thigh Master and, you know, all the other stuff that she did too. So, you know, she was definitely out there. I'm sure that she was an inspiration.
That Thigh Master wasn't no joke, man.
That Thigh Master was not. My grandma. No. My grandma didn't get one. She got that one that you roll. And ain't even lose it, Jesus. It was just sitting there collecting dust. What kind of sense does that make?
So yeah, just extending condolences. But that kind of wraps us up for the night. We definitely went over.
I wanted to send a shout out, you know, to one of our family members. They got married this month. I hate you to miss it. Avery and Kayla Carter.
Okay. When did he get married? Or that's the wedding that you went to?
Yeah, they got married October 5th.
He got married. Congratulations.
Yeah. The wedding was the bomb. I mean, it was like our family reunion all over again, man. It was the bomb.
That's cool. Well,
yeah.
Congratulations to Avery. You know, hopefully he got a chance to catch us. Or he's able to go back to Avery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Kayla, she's our real cousin now. They've been together for I want to say over. Yeah, and listen, and here's the thing about it. This is what's crazy. They did it right. They both got married, ain't had no kids yet. I mean, all of it. I said, okay.
Yeah, I went to college with both of them, so it's nice to see. Yeah, it's nice to see them grow from, you know, young college kids and still be together and grow and support each other. So definitely, you know, Aubrey, his brother that's my ace right there. So you know,
hey James, hey James, Cat almost got her ass whooped.
Oh yeah.
Aubrey's girlfriend came in there
at the fumes.
Cause she was sitting with Aubrey trying to console Aubrey, and the girl came over to the house and was like, "I came over here to see who was hugged up on my man." I was like, "Well, if you should have been over there hugged up on your man. She wouldn't have been hugged up on your man." Oh man!
If you was on time for the funeral. If you was on time for the film, you wouldn't have, you know. But that's my cuz. That's my me and him are the only ones that are kind of around the same age. We went to high school together, so me and him,
yeah,
we locked in. So you know, when I seen him hurt, I went to console him. I ain't know nothing about no
sure
girlfriend,
did.
you know. But
And what was so funny,
I don't know, but
Queen, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. That was the funny
right there. But you know,
that was the. That's my dude, though. That's my dude. I heard you over Aubrey. Aubrey, Dave, Derek. Them right. Listen. You know us Hodges stick together. You better say it. Don't get me to cussing up into him.
You go unless you got a whole gang be coming for you.
All right, y'all. Anything else y'all want to throw out there before we close out tonight?
No, sir.
No.
Let's see. Happy Halloween to everybody.
Really
yeah. We having guests next week.
Absolutely. So I can actually I'll send that information out tomorrow.
Okay. All right, everybody. Don't forget to follow myself on Facebook and Instagram and on TikTok.
You sound like our grandmother talking.
And Queen, tell them where to follow you. Shut up. Oh, I can't.
You can follow me on all platforms at Cat Queen, and on TikTok under Queen Cat.
So listen.
So and that's KWUEENKAT.
I'm so glad that you sent me the message a few days ago. You was like, you just keep on transposing my name. I'm like, I had it right, but it didn't make sense to me either. But I was like, that don't make sense. But that's what she said it was. So that's what.
Sorry, I had. It's the difference between my name and my act. My name and my act, you know. But I'm making all my acts my name, so it's no confusion. Cat Queen. Follow me on all platforms. The TikTok, I can change my name in 14 days. So bear with me, you know.
Well, listen, I got it together. I got it together, and we got rid of the little logo at the top. I was like.
Wait a minute. I told Kat, I said, hey man, you gotta remove that sign from you.
I said she gonna keep popping out and popping back in, so she's gonna get another spot.
Hey, listen, she did a TikTok last week, right?
I was gonna kick Tiffany up. I was gonna kick Tiff up.
Wait, she did a TikTok last week, right? Talking about some technical difficulties. So I doing it. I was like, we go. Come on, Kat, you ready? We have a tech. We have a technical difficulties. We have a technical difficulty. We have a technical difficulty.
Yeah.
I said, this fool early in the morning.
Well, listen, I appreciate both
I
of
know.
y'all.
I'm going to get back on my TikToks, y'all.
Okay, you get back on there. You tag me. We can do them together.
I need to get on there myself. But
I got to get on Twitter. I keep forgetting. Are we doing Snapchat too?
I mean, that's up to you. It's not. We're not streaming the Snapchat or anything.
Oh,
like
okay,
that.
then that's okay.
I have one though. I'm usually on there.
Okay.
But listen, I appreciate both of y'all. I knew like last week when we ended, and then like a day or two went by, and then I realized that okay, shoot, I'm going to Jersey next week. But I was like, listen, I'm taking my laptop with me because I need to be able to do it from down there. I hate this Wi-Fi. We've been a little spotty and it's been delayed.
Yeah, but you know what? When I had got on my phone, it kind of subsided.
Yeah, and then it messed with the comments too. So
oh really? Because I didn't see any.
Right. Well, we had a lot of people on there, but I think because of the Wi-Fi and the connection, comments and people maybe they wasn't able to leave comments or whatever because we had like the people were there, the numbers were there. So I don't know. It's got to be something maybe with internet connection, but it's cool. I think it turned out to be a really, really good show. I appreciate Reese and CJ for coming on.
Yes, I would love to go see them. She thought she was fun because I couldn't really hear. I couldn't really hear nothing that she was saying, and then I couldn't hear really what you were saying. So I was like, "Well, let me jump out, pop back in, see if that helps." But then being on my phone is a lot better than my computer. So I think I'm just gonna do that.
I almost was gonna use my phone, but I didn't think that if I used my phone, I would be able to do any of the other controls or whatever. So that's
okay.
But I think it still worked out pretty dope anyway. I appreciate you ladies so much. I love doing this. So I made sure I had my little laptop and all that stuff with me. I did start on the website, and I actually sent some screenshots over just to say, okay, it's coming together.
Yeah, I saw that.
We can have that up like within another day or so. And then, the plan is to have the videos, like definitely the video clips and whatnot on there. And then I'm working on getting all of the audio up on all of the other platforms so that we can start pushing that. And I do have one guest confirmed for next week. The second one is kind of still pending, but they have the same publicist though. So more than likely we'll have two different guests on next week. And then also I know we got to get Summer on.
Yes, Summer just emailed me. She just said she sent it. So we definitely will have you guys, for the Akron folks, we will have Summer Hall on for next week.
Right. And then Judy Hill. We talking about doing Judy Hill too.
Yes.
So it's probably going to be the first week of November that we probably will do Judy Hill. Which will be cool. And I mean, with her being out of Akron, I think that'll be dope. So it's a lot of ways that we could really push that and try to get some more viewers. And that's it. So
Judy Hill, tell them that, she's the NAACP president.
Right. Because she did the magazine.
Yes, she did.
At the beginning too. So this will be dope.
That'll be real dope. I can't wait.
This will be really dope. So yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Anything else, ladies?
I don't think so.
You had put a post up, Kat. I was like, okay then. Okay.
She put a post up already?
It was like about a week ago.
Oh. Are we gonna do our?
I'm trying to, get a little thirst trap. Get some page.
Listen.
Are we going to do our photo shoot?
Yeah, we just need to figure out what day we want to do it, and I can let Marie know so that she can start getting everything together.
Cause I gotta let my hairstylist know, honey. I got to get back my hair.
Well, when are you free to do it? I mean, I would say probably a Sunday would be better.
I gotta get my hair. She ain't gonna be too happy because I got my color. You like my color? Yep. Y'all like my color?
I like it. It's beautiful. Blondes have more fun too.
Yeah. It'll be a quick one though.
All right.
But thank you, Linnell Stark, for doing my hair. I love you, girl. I love you all the time, all day, every day. All right, I'm done.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go.
Bye, Kat.
Amazing night. And
bye, cuz. Bye, little cuz in the back.
Oh Lord.
Oh, look, he been trying. He had to.
I didn't even go front. And can I say something? I just want to say something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, you can't say nothing. Now you happy? Bye.
All right, so I'll talk to y'all.
See you later, the world out there. Thanks for tuning in. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Lord have mercy, I can't.
We have a technical difficulty.
Hey.
Summer.